Hey everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander Scores studio with Eric.
Hey.
Welcome to the show. So, the Body McBottinson or whatever you called it last time.
Sure, yeah.
Is back. Chat GPT. I'm really hip and cool, everyone. Fire. Anyways. we had a fun time last time doing the AI generated decks.
We did.
Some better than others, some illegal, all illegal actually.
It was an experience.
It was an experience. Some, I think one of them got to 100 cards. I think one was more than 100 cards. One was slightly less, and one was like 75 cards.
Yep.
Some color identity breaking. Make sure you check out that episode. I shouldn't be spoiling the whole thing.
Lots of lands.
Lots of lands. It's a lot of fun. It was a fun experience. So
it was good.
That one definitely inspired this. And Eric had another great idea. And so it makes okay, with our experience with that, how specific can we kind of get with this? Like, not just generating decks, but like, can we ask it like magic questions essentially to like help out like if I have a deck issue, like if I'm like, okay, like, I've got my Edgar Markov deck, but maybe I need more win cons, or like, what's a good way to win with it? I think that's one you brought up.
Right.
Or, like, we obviously and also realized that apparently this Body McBottinson is pretty hip with the magic lingo. I believe mentioned looting.
Yep.
Mentioned mana dorks as well.
Mana dorks.
Yeah, so like some pretty specific things, right?
And it kind of understood the parameters loosely of like we tried to challenge it to like find budget cards and stuff.
And it did a good job except for like Ristic stuff.
Yeah, right. I mean, it definitely did struggle a little bit, but we weren't getting like $300-$400 cards. We were getting like $6 cards.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Ristic's like 42, I think, but yeah.
Was that one in there?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I messed up a little bit on that. But for the most part, again, like it did a crazy job from what... Again, I have no experience with this kind of stuff, but just like looking at like from an outside perspective, being like, there's no way you just tell like a random bot on the internet that is not specific to Magic, that is just literally just you could type anything. Again, I think the example I brought up last time was one of my buddies showed me. He just typed in like Labrador on a mountain wearing a witch hat, and all of a sudden there's a ton of pictures with Labradors on mountains wearing witch hats, just like paintings. Just like, it was crazy. So. We shall see exactly what it can do with this magic goodness now. Yeah,
like what advice can it give us? Good advice?
Yes, is it really good advice or really terrible advice? We shall see. What question you want to ask first? Why don't you go for it?
Yeah, so let's say let's just go.
And if I'm doing this correctly, this should be showing up on your screen. Let's hope, because if not, this episode's gonna be pretty boring with us just talking about it.
Are good win cons for... Let's not do Edgar Markov. Let's think of a different... What's another commander that we could try?
Saheeli? Saheeli deck?
Saheeli? Saheeli... Did I spell that right? Yeah.
Yep.
The Gifted.
Okay, Saheeli the Gifted. Okay.
Well, because there's more Saheeli.
And so we're not even specifying Magic the Gathering this time. We'll just see if it can actually understand the concept. Okay, go for it.
How good is its shorthand?
Oh, and you didn't put a question mark.
Oh, whatever.
Saheeli the Gifted is a powerful commander that can lead to a variety of win conditions depending on the cards and strategies you employ. Here are a few potential win conditions for the Saheeli decks. 1, artifact combo. Okay.
That makes sense.
Saheeli is often used in artifact-based decks to assemble powerful artifact combos. Cards like Mycosynth Blast, Darksteel Forge, and Blightsteel Colossus can create a nearly unbeatable board state that will allow you to win the game. Yeah, those are good cards. Infinite combos. There are a number of infinite combos that can be used in the Saheeli deck, such as using Saheeli's -7 to make infinite copies of a powerful creature. How could you
do that, though?
Get infinite copies? I don't think that's correct. I mean, you'd have to have other pieces of a combo to be able to go infinite with that. I don't think the -7 just isn't just like, hey, make infinite copies of that.
Yeah, I question that one.
Okay, Token Swarm. +1 can quickly generate a number of artifact creature tokens. Cards like Mechanized Production and Mirrorworks can multiply the number of tokens you have. Okay.
True.
Cards like Cranial Plating can deal lethal damage. Super Friends. -7 can be used to create a massive army of Planeswalkers.
No, it turns your artifacts into
Let's double check. Okay, let's just double check Saheeli real quick. And I probably should have started with that.
It's been a minute since I've played that deck.
This is a very very well produced episode right now. We are doing a great job. We had all this planned out. This was not all just by the seat of our pants.
Yeah.
Saheeli the Gifted. Right? That what you said? Okay. So we should probably start with that. Here we go. Ready? Pretend the episode started over. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Saheeli the Gifted. Ledger Planeswalker Saheeli. 4 starting loyalty. 2 blue, red. +1 create a 1/1 color servo artifact creature token. So there is that token generation mentioned.
Yep.
+1 the next spell you cast turn costs 1 less gas for each artifact you control as you cast it. -7 for each artifact you control create a token that's a copy of it. Those tokens gain haste. Exile tokens at the beginning of the next end step. So for each artifact you control, you can create a copy of it. It's not giving you an infinite number of tokens, though, unless you already have an infinite number of creatures, essentially. So yeah, it is incorrect on some of these things, obviously.
Right.
Number 5, control. Saheeli's abilities can be used to generate card advantage and control the board.
No.
In combination, I guess, with like, that cost reduction for other spells, sure.
Cards like Mindslaver and Nev's Disc
can help you control the game, sure, and force your opponents to make suboptimal plays, allowing you to eventually close out the game. Ultimately, the win condition for a Saheeli deck will depend on the cards you have access to, and the strategy you choose to employ. But her versatile abilities, Saheeli offers a lot of potential paths to victory. Interesting.
I mean, to be fair, Saheeli isn't like a card that combos with a ham sandwich. You know what I mean? Like, it's not Niv Mizzet.
There are combos
like
with ham sandwich.
Well, there's just some commanders.
I need those in my deck. Yeah,
like my
reversal.
My Alesha deck has a lot of combo wins in there.
Is there a there's got to be like an uncard that's just ham sandwich, right?
It might be.
If there's not, there needs to be in the
next
set.
unset.
Mark, get on it. Get on it. Okay. But
yeah,
like it's interesting because again, I think it did a decent job, right? It identified without you asking. It did not say Magic the Gathering. You said win cons. And it got the fact that, win con is short for win condition as well.
Yep.
Okay. You did just say a commander, essentially, but you didn't specify that this is commander.
Right.
And then it, did list like different, the kind of overarching things like artifact combo, infinite combos are kind of the same thing. Token swarm, super friends control, those are all like different pieces of Magic and whatnot. Right. And some of the things it said in there are true. Other things are just like, it doesn't understand obviously how things tend to work. It's kind of like, it seems like it's pulling things from different things essentially.
Yeah. And the thing is like, I have a Saheeli deck and it's not a combo deck.
Yeah.
It cheats out Blightsteel.
Yeah.
That's basically what it wants to do.
And I think a lot of Saheeli decks really focus on that, that +1 that reduces the cost, essentially,
exactly.
Right?
I think I've ulted once.
Yeah.
In the entire time that I've had that deck.
Interesting. So yeah, I think most players out there, and it did mention Blightsteel.
Yeah.
Are kind of utilizing that one. So I guess if you were to ask a Saheeli the Gifted player, most would probably say focus on that +1 reducing cost.
Lots of artifacts.
So it didn't mention that. It did mention some things, and again, I'm just overall impressed that it actually even got this far.
Yeah.
The fact that it's like, it's a commander deck.
It wasn't blatantly wrong. It was just missing kind of the last little pieces.
I think you said you're talking to someone who's just good at kind of blowing smoke, essentially.
Yeah, it's a really good salesman.
It's just like, you know what? This car works really well. It's great.
I'm gonna drop things like Super Friends, and Win Con,
and throw all these
combo.
terms. Exactly. Yeah. Synergy.
Whether or not it's true, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Corporate synergy. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna ask it a question now.
Yeah.
Let's see. How about let's ask because I did an episode the other day on like Commander Spellbook and like kind of how it can pull in combos and that kind of stuff and tell you what cards combo in your deck.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. Let's just ask kind of a basic question. What cards, and I'm not going to mention Magic the Gathering again, what cards combo with, I'm trying to think of like not Dramatic Reversal because maybe I'll just do Dramatic Reversal. That one combos with, Ice Crown Scepter. I'm trying to think of one that combos with a lot of things. Let's do Temur Sabertooth. That one combos with a decent amount of things, or at least it can. Temur Sabertooth. Or what's the Deadeye Navigator? That one covers even more things. Okay, so Deadeye has a ton of combos. So let's do Deadeye Navigator. I guess either essentially, but Deadeye Navigator.
If it comes back with it combos with a ham sandwich.
The robots are listening to us. They are listening. Well, okay, here we go. Combos with Deadeye Navigator. I think I spelled that right as well, right? Here we go. Rock cards combo with Deadeye Navigator. Let's see what we got. Body McBottinson. Let's see. You are correct.
All right.
Here we go.
Shorthand flicker.
It's doing shorthand. All right, here we go. You want to read this one?
Yeah. So it's a popular card in Commander format due to its ability to flicker creatures, which can trigger powerful enters the battlefield effects or protect creatures from removal. Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
Here are some cards that have particularly strong synergies with Deadeye Navigator. Palinchron.
That is a combo.
Yep, can flicker it to generate infinite mana, which can be used to cast other spells, activate abilities, etc., etc.
Yep.
Peregrine Drake. Yes. I can say that word.
You got it.
Like Palinchron.
It even referenced the previous one. Interesting.
So yeah, the infinite mana stuff. Ewit. Yep. Eternal Witness.
Oh, I was gonna say. I thought it was gonna keep going. It's like I got 8. Keep going. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just kind of. There's a lot.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
It's like, I don't think we need to read them all. But
E-Witness can. Yeah. If you've got a card from your graveyard that could, help you generate mana. I guess.
You need an additional piece for that. That one's not just like a blatant.
It's like 2 mana. I guess technically with any extra turn spell that doesn't get exiled, that would be a combo. So if it did, it says can return any card from your hand, allowing you to reuse powerful spells of creatures. So if it specified a powerful spell creature, technically it could combo. Acidic Slime. if you already are comboing, it would work with Acidic Slime. Doing that kind of, I mean, sure, by flickering it, repeatedly destroy opponent's lands or troublesome permanents. That's correct, but like, it's not a combo. I guess the next ones aren't really. Like the next ones are just like things that are value with it.
Things that have strong ETBs. Really, that's all. Yeah.
The first two pieces of this, though, Palinchron, Peregrine Drake, somewhat again, Ewit a little bit again. I'll give it that. I'll give it 3 of 8 that I mentioned essentially.
Well, an Avenger of Zendikar is interesting too.
Yep.
Because it's like, but you also need that land drop to make them big.
Yes,
right?
yes.
But I guess it doesn't really matter if they're 0/1 plants.
If you're able to make them, you could. If you generate infinite mana, you could generate infinite number of. So I mean, yes, with infinite mana, if you already have it with Palinchron and Peregrine Drake, then it does have the other combos of this. Interesting that it did. I mean, I think it did a decent job. Again, it identified it's popular in Commander.
What are the versions? What are the ones that we're not seeing here that we see a lot?
With Deadeye Navigator?
With Deadeye Navigator.
Oh gosh, now I'm just...
Well, like Grey Merchant of Asphodel, right?
I mean, that doesn't combo with it. That just would take players out, yes. Like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I guess win con. Yeah, we didn't specify win con. We were specifying infinite combos.
Yes. Deadeye Navigator, Commander Spell is a fantastic resource.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to... Dockside, of course. Dockside, yeah. Agent of Treachery with... that's just stealing things. Yeah, Palinchron. I guess what's the whale? There's a whale as well. Great whale. There you go. That would do it as well. It's the same thing essentially. Intruder Alarm if you've got mana dorks as well. I mean there are a good amount of combos with this. Yes. So basically there's a lot of things to pull from, and it's just kind of again interesting just like where this actually pulls its information from. Yeah. But I mean overall, again, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Again, good salesman, sounds confident. Maybe not saying all the correct things, but
sounding confident is
half of
so
it, right?
Important.
Yeah,
you can sell anything if you're confident.
Yep.
All right, I want to try. What is a budget version of Wheel of Fortune?
Okay, so you're trying to get it basically to say like, okay, will it identify potentially wheel effects, maybe?
Yeah.
And yeah, but like Tolarian Winds would be an example potentially.
Do you think this is gonna get confused with Magic?
Oh yeah, because
maybe we should do
Magus of the Wheel, maybe. Or no, that's not expensive.
That's already budget. Let's go Mystic Remora.
Mystic Remora. Okay, yeah. Okay,
so that's like what, like a $17 card?
Something like that. Yeah. So
it's not super
expensive, but yeah.
Not budget.
So I mean, I guess with this, what would you think it'd be listing if it actually does this correctly?
I don't know. I guess
it's gonna be like harmonize.
You know what? Here, let's do one where I know what the answer is.
Okay.
Let's go. See, I'm forgetting the expensive card's name because I never play it.
What's the budget card that you think?
The budget card would be River's Rebuke.
River's Rebuke. Okay.
So it's
this is
overloaded.
You are just Cyclonic Rift. I was like, what?
Cyclonic.
You're putting us both on the spot. We didn't know this card.
So River's Rebuke is, for me, it's a fairer.
Funner
version of
absolutely. Okay, let's see if it actually gets
less good, but
let's see it. Let's see
less expensive.
Cyclonic Rift is a powerful blue instant card that can be used to bounce all non-land permanents your opponents control back to their hands. That's true. It's an incredibly versatile card that can be used to reset the board, protect yourself from attackers, or even disrupt your opponent's plans.
Yeah.
However, Cyclonic Rift can be a bit expensive. It does recognize that. So here are some budget alternatives that can provide similar effects. Why don't you start reading those?
Aetherize is an instant that costs 3 mana, returns all attacking creatures. That's true. Yeah,
that one. Aether Spouts, also good.
Aether Spouts.
Yep. Devastation Tide, also another good bounce
spell.
So
it's finding some of the less expensive kind of board wipe
all of these so far have been pretty I'm pretty sure actually pretty budget. Like I think Devastation Tide's like $1.50 or whatever. But like they're budget friendly. Like for the most part. Golf the Shore. Yep. River's Rebuke.
There's River's Rebuke.
Hey.
There's River's Rebuke. All right.
There you go. It got it. So you happy with Body McBotface?
Yes. Bravo.
These cards might not be as powerful as Cyclonic Rift, but they provide similar effects at a more affordable price. Again, good salesman. Whether you're building a budget deck or just looking for alternative Cyclonic Rift, these cards can be valuable additions to your collection. So yeah, I mean, I think basically all successful on this one.
Yeah. Now we didn't specify it need to be like under $1 or anything like that, because I think I think even River's Rebuke is over $1.
I got reprinted a couple times. I think it might be back under.
It's right around.
It's right around. Yeah.
But still, if you're being like hard under a certain price point, these might not quite make it. But
for the most part,
I mean, in contrast to Cyclonic Rift, I think we've checked the box.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got I think one last question.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
This is interesting.
It is interesting. Let's see. I kind of want to ask you just like what's the best Magic card of all time and see what pops up. Like
Yeah.
I just wonder
What do you think it thinks it is?
I'm gonna say Black Lotus is probably what I was gonna say, but I'm hoping it says
it's
Wayfarer's. It's gonna say
iconic or
Wayfarer's
something like
Bauble, and that's it. No other response. Just
Yes!
Wayfarer's Bauble.
Yes.
Oh, I put
It'll
Bauble.
go. Yes, Mitch, it's Wayfarer's Bauble.
Yes, Mitch.
and then
Oh,
we're gonna
no.
have to, and then we're gonna like have to turn off all the screens.
And then we're gonna get sucked into the Matrix. Yeah,
Throw the
that's
computer
not how
in
the Matrix works.
Yeah.
What's the best Magic card of all time? Let's see.
There you go.
Ready? Here we go. This is probably where then our free trial of this ends.
Yeah.
And it's like cannot.
Must pay X money for this.
As an AI language, I cannot have personal opinions. However, I can tell you the best Magic card of all time is a highly debated topic among Magic players. It's correct. And there are many cards you consider the best depending on players' personal preference in the context of the game. Black Lotus, there we go. So that's what I
It's the
figured.
most iconic, yes.
Yep, like iconic Magic card type, an artifact that, yeah, okay, so cool. It did mention Black Lotus. Let's see what else it says. I'm wondering. It's just just gonna name
Power
the
9.
Power 9. Yeah, it's gonna name the Power 9, which, if as when you're asking just in general, I didn't ask Commander
Time
specific.
Walk.
Yeah, I mean, it is literally just naming just. Probably Jace.
No.
That is not in the Power 9, and that is a very powerful
That's
card.
probably the most iconic Planeswalker.
Yes, 100%. And just an overpowered Planeswalker. Force of Will, also not in the Power 9 either. So it's not just pulling from just a list, but that's also a very powerful card.
Interesting. Okay.
I would say it hit it pretty well, except for missing Wayfarer's Bauble, of course.
See if you can ask for more examples. See if it continues to elaborate. Can I have more examples?
Can I have more examples? More example. Does it know its previous question? I would assume, right?
Yeah, because it's just moving it.
Yeah.
It should move.
Can
it
I
along
have more examples? Is Wayfarer's Bauble. Certainly, here's some more examples of Magic cards that are often considered to be among the. Oh my gosh. Tarmogoyf. I mean, not anymore, but Tarmogoyf has been. I don't know Tarmogoyf is playing Modern anymore. It might, but I think Dark Confidant, Bob. Yep, Bob is very powerful as well. Yeah, so obviously it's a heavily. It even started off though with this is a heavily debated topic. Like I can't give you a personal opinion because I don't have a personal opinion, but it is finding Snapcaster Mage. Yep. It is finding very powerful cards. Swords of Plowshares, very good card.
Yeah. So that and the Swords of Plowshares is an interesting one too, because it's not just going okay, what are the the Power 9 or anything like that. It's literally just taking and it's giving you reasons for it. Why is this card good, or why is this card seen as a very popular card?
Interesting. Absolutely.
It is interesting.
That's pretty crazy.
I like that it prefaced at the beginning too that as an AI it can't give an opinion.
Yeah.
I don't have a soul.
my name is Barty McBottinson, and I cannot be your friend.
Yes.
It's kind of funny.
Well, that's super cool.
Very cool. Yeah. I mean, I think there's just again, it's gonna be interesting to see how this technology evolves. It's gonna be very scary when it's all right, just go ahead. You don't need to go listen to Mitch anymore because you just type in build me a great deck, and then it's here goes the perfect deck.
It's good that it from the advice standpoint, I thought that was interesting. It gave us some kind of they weren't wrong options, and they weren't some of it might have been subjective, especially with the combo aspect of Saheeli and stuff like that. Yes. But it gave us things to at least give you a different perspective.
It gave you at least starting off points, jumping points. Right. And for the most part, it does, a pretty admirable job.
Yeah, so if you have a deck that you're I want to figure out how I can win better with this or whatever, try the AI.
And you don't trust your friends' opinions.
And you don't trust your friends' opinions, exactly.
Or you don't want them to know maybe what you're going to be doing. So trust Barty McBottinson.
Yes, trust in the bot.
Trust in the bot. Well, Eric, thanks for joining me today.
Yeah,
I had a
thanks,
great
man.
time
This
with
was
this.
fun.
Thank you all for joining us. And of course, as always, thanks again, and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. We also have a ton of brand new t-shirt designs in stock, so make sure you check out those as well. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.